What's going on? Sam Cologne here. I'm laughing because I just messed with the cue. He was supposed to go one, and I just started. I'm excited today. I'm excited to talk about the topic. And this topic comes up so often. I'm friends with a lot of influencers, right? I have pictures with them. You don't see me posting pictures and this and that. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, look at me. That's not me. But these are things that I hear them talk privately with me, and I also see a lot of them posting. And they use this little word that has gotten to the point where it makes me freaking cringe. That word is, drum roll, please. Do we got a drum over there? Authenticity. I hear so many people talking about authenticity. Be authentic. Be your authentic self. I just got a friend of mine. He, if he's seeing this, he's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I love you to death, bro. But he posted, I just did a lot of work, and I feel like getting through this thing that I just processed is allowing me to be more authentic, right? And I hear a lot of people using that same word, authenticity, being more authentic. And I'm here to tell you to be comfortable with the fact that most of you are not authentic. You're not. Most of us are not authentic. And I don't care if in your mind you think that authenticity is, I'm just being me. That's not authentic. And now what I want to do is I want to invite you to see things just a little bit different, right? And also I want to give a disclosure. Sam, the motherfucking man, Cologne, AKA the messenger, is not your authority. I'm not your fucking guru, right? I'm not your fucking teacher. I am the messenger of the source, right? So that's all I am. You can take it. You could take a little bit, take all of it, not listen to it at all, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm doing my part. The thing is that I'm giving you this disclosure so that this way you understand that all I'm doing is giving you an invitation to see, feel, and sense a different interpretation and perspective in your reality. That's all. Right? And so when this topic came in, and this topic's been coming up a lot, because I hear it a lot. A lot of people, yeah, be your authentic self. If you're not authentic, you're not yourself, right? And I've even heard people say, this is recent, probably like about 3 weeks ago. I'm talking to someone. I just met her through someone else. Basically, we were talking about how, exchanging points of views on certain things. And, we were talking about love, unconditional love, and how love resonates in the world and so on, collective consciousness. And she'd say, well, I just finished listening that the thing that's above love is authenticity. And I'm like, why is that? I always ask questions when they say something to me. When people say stuff, I'm like, why is that? So they can hear themselves of what it is that they're saying. And so she explained the things and what she believes is what it meant. Now, at this point, I'm just listening. And I'm not the type to say, oh, this is wrong, this is right. I pose different questions. Now, if I pose different questions and I see the person is still answering the question the same way, then I leave it alone. Because they're not ready to listen to what it is that they're telling themselves at that point in time. Right, so I left it alone. But now this is real in my reality. And it started to come up with different people. And then the last thing that I just saw was just on my way here. And like I told you guys many times, we don't sit down and collaborate and say, okay, this is gonna be the list of stuff that we're gonna talk about. This is what's trending. This is all straight message, straight from the source. Whatever's alive, whatever's real, that's what we share. And I trust that in that point in time that you're watching this and that you're listening, you're getting exactly what you need. Exactly what you've been calling in is what you get. Right? So in this, we're talking about authenticity. Right? So the invitation here is to look at authenticity just a little bit different. Right? And what we want to do is, let's go to the point of before you were born. Now, when you are born, you are the most authentic because you are your essence. But you're still not your purest essence. Because, see, there's this little thing that they call in science now intergenerational trauma, right? And so there's studies that show if the mom goes through a certain trauma, they pass it on to their children. There are also studies that show that in the ovaries of the woman, they have the ovaries that basically produces their grandchild. So it's like 2 generations in each woman, right? So I digress. Let's go back to the point of intergenerational trauma. And so this is in the cells. So when certain people are born with a mother has gone through a lot of drama, that goes into the baby's cells. So when the baby is born, there are certain patterns and behaviors and feelings that they are unaware of. They have no idea why they have it. Why does this kid act like that? They haven't even been, some people haven't even met their father. I was one of them. Like, I barely connected with my biological father. And then when we talked, I'm like, it's fucking freaky. We like the same colors. How? I never spoke to the fucking man, but we like the same colors. Like, we like to wash our ass every time we take a shit. Now, that's a unique one. When he told me that, he was like, I have to wash my ass after I take a shit. I'm like, I almost fell off my chair. I'm like, how the hell, what? Because to me, I found that weird. I'm like, I have to wash my ass. And I never heard of bidet back in the day. I didn't know what the fuck was a bidet. I just jumped in the shower. I took a shit. I had to take a shower. Like, I had to wash my ass. And if I was out in public, you see me wetting a shitload of tissue to make sure that I clean myself right. It was weird. But the reason why I'm saying this is, like, there are some people that never met their parent and they walked exactly the same. They have the same demeanor. Why? Because it's passed down in the cells. It's passed down to the DNA. It's passed down to your epigenetic. Like, it's passed down. The beautiful thing is, like, we can change these things. We can change. And that's a beautiful thing based upon your environment, how you change, how you change your habits, how you change your behaviors, how you become aware of them, then you can change them. So there's a lot you can do to change them. So don't be alarmed for those of you that's like, no fucking way. My wife will she's going to watch it. So my wife will go freaking crazy, be like, you're just like your mom and your dad. She's like, no, I'm fucking not. So like most people, you say they like somebody else, they'll lose this shit. Some people don't hate the fact to think that they're like their parents. But the truth is, intercellular generational trauma is in there, right? And so when this is passed down, you are not authentic at that point. That's the point that I'm trying to get at. You are not your authentic you, even from the point of you being born, because your DNA is being passed down to you. Your genetics is being passed down to you. Like this, your complexion, the eye color, the hair is being passed down to you. You're still not your authentic self, even from the point of being born. Now, as far as society is concerned, there's things that's been going down in society before you're born. Like, for example, if you speak a certain slang, you speak a certain language, you are a certain ethnic background, you dress a certain way, you follow a certain culture. That was before you were born. So I know a lot of people that will say, oh, I'm just keeping it real. I'm being me, blah, blah. You're not being you. You being what you were born, what you were raised to be, how you were brought up. Because I bet you anything, if you were born, instead of growing up in the hood, I put you in a preppy school and I put you in a rich neighborhood, then I bring you back to the neighborhood, you're not going to be talking like us. Not happening. Because you didn't grow up like that. That's not your behavior. That's not your habits. So for those of you out there that grow up in the hood and think that you have to act the same way for the rest of your life because you grew up in the hood, I tell you right now, if you think that that's authentic, then you're a fucking dumbass. Keeping it straight up with you as a brother because I love you. Don't freaking fall into the trap. And all this shit with the authenticity that's everywhere is because it's a fucking trap. People, when they feel that they are being authentic, they stand by it. They're willing to kill for that shit. right? So I'm here to invite you to look at the fact that you haven't been authentic. You haven't been. As much as you think that you haven't been. Because everything that you follow have been here before you even came here. The language you speak, what is a stop sign, what's the color, what's everything. It's been here before you. So it's not authentic. In fact, the only thing that it is an option. When you're born, that's all you have is options. You choose from the option. There's nothing new. And to me, the definition of authentic is one of a kind. It is authentic. It is a unique piece. And everything that you've been taught from the time that you were born is not unique. It is repetitive. So you're not authentic. Right? And for a lot of people, this is gonna sting because everybody's authentic. And I'm just telling you this so that you can open up your eyes and realize that the person that you are today is an accumulation of your past, of your memories, of your ancestors. And yes, you can walk in that in pride. I'm not saying that you can't. I do. And it's okay. But when you out here wearing the flag of authenticity, you're telling yourself a lie. And all you're doing is furthering the trap that puts everybody in this state of like authenticity. I'm one of one. And yes, you are. But if you're living in repetition and all you're doing is selecting from life's options, you're not being authentic. All right? So finally, I know you guys are like, Sam, what the fuck is authentic then? Because that's what I thought authentic was. Right? To me, authentic is a point of new creation, and you are making the choice to be that you be. It's a point of new creation where you are making the choices to be that you be. And you can't do that if you're choosing from old options. Right? People think that we have, I would guess say the metaphysical world, we talk about, unlimited possibilities. Are you really living a life of unlimited possibilities? I would dare to say probably 99% of people are not. All you're doing is picking a list of options and saying this, and making it your own from there. A lot of times I hear people, I'm a creator. I am one with the creator, therefore I am the creator. To me, creating comes from a place of nothing. When you have a blank slate, when you have a blank canvas, and then you put on from a place of nothing, that is creation. But when you are choosing options from things that have been pre-existing and making it your own, that is adaptation. That is not creation. And for the most part, most of us, all we've been doing from the point of conception is adapting. We have not taken the time to sit with ourselves, let go of everything we believe is truth of reality, being to the point that you get to be nothing. And the fact that I just said that, I felt most of you guys say, I'm nothing. You are nothing, but you are everything. But you gotta be okay with being nothing. Because if you're not okay with being nothing, you will forever be adapting and adjusting to everything that came previous to you, and you will never be a true creator. You can only create from the point of nothing. That is creation. That is anew. Are you feeling me right now? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you understand what I'm telling you? So I'm inviting you to take the time to sit with this, right? This is not going to happen overnight. It could happen instantly in a second, honestly. While we're having this right now, it could happen. While you sit down, close your eyes, it can happen for you. And you can see and have a glimpse of what it is that I'm telling you. But for some of you, it may take some time. Like, I'm not saying what it's going to take for you in particular. All I'm saying is give it the possibility. Give it an open mind and sit with it. Because if you really logically think about what I just shared with you, you're like, damn, Sam, that's right. Like, when I came into this world, everything that I've learned, it's already been here. The languages that I've learned, yeah, it's already been here. Then when we come to when you're born, the trauma that's passed down to you, the color of your skin, the culture that you're raised in, the religion that you're raised in. Like, all that stuff is just repetition. And us as the human being that we are, let's say that, us as a collective, the way that we're going to step in to new realities, to higher frequencies, to higher vibrations, to new technology, to changing the way shit is by being courageous enough to let go of everything that you believe to be true and step into nothing. And from that point of nothing, you become an open, empty vessel. And this open, empty vessel now can be filled with fresh, living water. And as you're being filled with the fresh, living water, now you can create anew. Let the water overflow and bring that liquid life into this field of nothingness, creating a new canvas, creating a beautiful new creation. Anew, not something that you're saying, oh, let's put that here, let's do this here. No, none of that. Brand spanking new. And you're not going to control none of it. You're simply going to observe it all. You're going to see what I like to call poetry in motion. And you just let it unfold. And it may not make sense to you at that point in time, but it will. Just let it happen. And as all this fresh new living water is flowing in you and through you and all around you, you're going to get new ideas. You're going to get new inspiration. You're going to start to see new things in your reality. Things that have probably been there, you just were unaware of it. Now, this concept will really, I'm going to really nail this down for you based upon what we can probably call, let's call it a fact, right? That you and I are unaware of what we are unaware of. So let me rephrase that. The unknown that you don't know is unknown to you, is unknown to you. Say it again. I know some of you are like, what the fuck? The unknown that is unknown to you is unknown to you. Therefore, there are things in life that you know that you are unaware of. But there are things in life, in creation, that you are unaware of, that you are unaware of. Let me give you an example of something that you are unaware of and you know that you're unaware of. So some of you may not speak another language. You may just be English. It may just be Hindu. It may be Cantonese. It may be whatever it is. So let's just say, for example, you're a person who just speaks English. And you don't speak Cantonese. You are aware that you don't know Cantonese, and you're okay with that. You know that you don't know it. You are unaware of the knowledge of Cantonese, and you are aware that you don't know. Now, there are things that you don't know, but you don't know that you don't know. And you have to be okay with that. Because when you're okay with that, that's when you open yourself up to the things that you don't know. And realizing that there are things that There are things that I don't know. I don't know. There are things that that are unknown to me that is unknown to me. There are things that are unknown to me that are unknown to me. And when you allow that to penetrate you on a soul level, it allows you to be okay with knowing that you have been inauthentic for most of your life. Because this was unknown to you. Right? The way the definition of authenticity has been explained to us is just be yourself. What the fuck does that mean? Right? Because we talk a certain way, we act a certain way, we dance a certain way, that's being ourselves. No, you've been taught that shit. You've been observing that shit. That's why you do it. That ain't authentic. That's repetition. You're repeating the shit that you've seen, that you saw, that you absorb, that you've been taught. And then you call it your own. And you say that you're authentic. You're not fucking authentic. Unless you take the time to sit with yourself, let go of everything that you believe to be true, empty yourself out, get yourself to the point of nothingness, and create from anew. Then you could look at me in the eye and say, fuck you, Sam, I am fucking authentic. And then I'd be like, my brother, my sister, give me a big fucking hug, because when I see you, I'm gonna know. I look at you, I'm gonna know. I look in your eyes, I'm gonna know. You won't even have to tell me. Okay, so there's so much emotion coming up for me right now, because this, I know, will change you. Will change you, will change the life for your family, for your friends, for your community, for the world, for our universe, for the cosmos, for existence. It will change everything. But it starts with you, starts with me, starts with you. It starts with us. We have to, and here's the word, I'm going to stop using have to, because you don't have to do shit, honestly. You've been doing what other people want you to do almost all your life. Even those of you that think, oh, I'm independent, work for myself, I do this. I'm going to invite you too to even think about you've been doing what you've been manipulated to do. None of the concepts that you've been living are unique to you, unless you've actually sat down and even thought it through, felt it, processed it. Like, even when I talk to my wife, sometimes we talk about really deep shit. But even the thought of being faithful, the thought of being married, the thought of being in one relationship, there's beauty in that. There's so much beauty in that. But has it been authentically processed between you and your partner? Have you been in that place of nothingness and Source has unveiled truth to you that you're like, this is what it is? You don't need a court system to tell you something, you know? You don't need a law to tell you something. You don't need your parents to be like, oh, you got to be faithful. You know, you don't need your wife or your husband to say, well, you got to be faithful. No. There is a unique connection in knowingness that you and I have agreed upon based upon our experience, based upon our sense of knowing. It's the same thing with kids going to school. I love education. I love wisdom. I love knowledge. We homeschool the kids. But that's because it's one of those things like, oh, you have to send your kids to school. Do I? No, I don't. And so we homeschool our kids and we teach them things that kids don't like. These conversations that I'm having with you, my kids hear this shit at home. I can't say that they're always receptive to it, but it's penetrating. You know, it's getting in there. And eventually it'll click for them and they'll live the life the way they want to. I force nothing upon them. I only give them a different perspective. Because the truth is, we're all observers here. And your perspective, the way you have your lens set up, the layers of lens, is how you see your reality. I could show you a recording, have 5 people look at that recording, and you'll have at least 3 interpretations. At least 3. And it's because we don't see things the same. All right? Ponder on that, my friends. And I know I gave you a lot here, but to sum this up, authenticity comes when you get to the point where you let go of everything. Everything. Even the fact of being a man or being a woman. Even the fact of being a human. Even the fact of being on earth. Even the fact of stars. Let go of everything. Everything that you've been told, let it all go. Be in the point of nothingness. And this is where, a lot of sages talk about death. Death of the ego. It's more about surrendering everything that you believe to be reality, to be truth. Let it all go. Be in that place of nothingness. And trust me, it's not an easy task. I'm not saying this is going to happen. It may. It may happen very easy for you. And I love you. God bless you. Right? But for most people, it is a process. There are multiple layers that you have to go through. But when you get to that point, you will know what I'm talking about. And from that point, now you make the choice. You say, I want to talk like this. I want to walk like this. I want to act like this. I want to do like this. I want to put this on. I want to do this. Now you being authentic because you picking. And it could be completely different than the person that you were before. Complete 180. And everybody in the world around you in your reality can say, this motherfucker phony as shit. Fuck them. Because guess what? They didn't do the work that you did. They didn't do the work of peeling back all the bullshit to then say, okay, this is what I choose. And then you are fucking authentic. Because you are taking the time to choose and create from anew, from a clean slate, by choice. But you have to let go of everything. Let go of it all, and then step into your authenticity. And when you step into that authenticity, you'll see I'm nothing, but I'm everything. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, I'm sending you so much love. God bless.